The easiest way to make money. Jason hadn't been sleeping well. Since the layoff started at the office, stress gnawed at him. The bills were stacking up, his car needed a new transmission, and his savings were a joke. His girlfriend had moved out 2 months ago, and he hadn't heard from her since. One night, while scrolling through late-night forums with titles like Passive Income Secrets and Wealth in Your Sleep, he came across a thread titled, "The Easiest Way to Make Money. No scams. No work. Guaranteed." Curious, he clicked. The post was short. Just a link to a website, www.8sleepsdeep.com. There were no ads. No flashy promises. Just a single line in large, centered text. "Let us use your dreams." Beneath it was a green button labeled, "Agree." Jason laughed, half delirious with exhaustion. It looked like an art project or some kind of elaborate joke. But when he clicked "Agree," the page didn't change. No sign-up, no email verification. Just a brief flicker. Then the screen went black. When he woke up the next morning, $500 had been deposited into his checking account. He blinked at the notification, heart racing. He checked the bank app. It was real. No explanation, no sender ID. Just a balance $500 higher than the day before. He barely hesitated before going back to the site that night. Same message. Same green button. He clicked again. The next morning, $750. Then $1,000. Over the next few days, he stopped worrying about anything. He let the calls from creditors go to voicemail. He stopped applying for jobs. Every night, he just clicked the button before going to sleep. Every morning, his account grew fatter. But then the dreams started to change. They were vivid. Too vivid. At first, he dreamed of cities he'd never seen, filled with people who spoke in languages he didn't recognize. Sometimes he was floating high above them. Other times, he was inside bodies that weren't his. He always woke up exhausted. Then came the static. High-pitched tones would fill his ears in the middle of the night, jerking him awake in a sweat, his heart hammering. The next day, he'd find small bruises on his arms. Once, he found a perfect triangle burned into his shoulder, as if someone had pressed a hot coin into his skin. He tried to stop. That night, the site wouldn't load. No error, no redirect. Just a blank white screen. He didn't click the button. The next morning, there was no deposit. But also, no dream. For the first time in weeks, he'd slept peacefully. He smiled. Then his phone buzzed. A message from an unknown number. "You owe us." His bank account was drained. Every penny. He called the bank. They said there was no record of a transfer, no trace that the money had ever been there. His laptop froze whenever he tried to open any banking site. The phone buzzed again. One more night. That night, the site was back. But the button wasn't green anymore. It was black. His hands shook. But he clicked it. And this time, when he slept, he didn't dream. He just floated. Suspended in nothingness. Conscious, but paralyzed. He felt, watched. Somewhere far away, he heard voices speaking in a language that made his teeth hurt. He screamed, but no sound came out. He woke up 12 hours later. There was $10,000 in his account. And a new message on his phone. "You're one of us now." He tries not to sleep anymore. But every night, the site is waiting. And the button is always black.